Hey y'all, this is a review for Management 310, Chapter 11, Let's Go. This chapter is focused on pay. Pretty simple. Only 16 terms too. Number 1, a benchmark job. So this is a key job that is common across many different types of organizations. So examples of this would be like an office manager or human resources or even just a boss, a CEO, just jobs that aren't particular to like one type of area of organizations. Second is benefits. So this is a broad term and this includes any advantage in addition to salary that comes with a job. So this mostly though in this chapter is talking about healthcare, life and disability insurance, and retirement programs. Next is compa ratio, and so this is a ratio that tells us how much employees are actually paid for a job versus the policies and norms to see if the payment is fair. And you can do this like by going on a regression in Excel, and we did it in class, so it was pretty cool to actually see like how to see if pay compression or pay inversion are happening. You would do a compa ratio analysis. Compensable, yeah, I think so. I would say compensatable, but the word is compensable factors. So this is a factor that varies jobs and worth. So it has to do with what people are compensated. So this could be like skills, positions in the job. This is kind of just a fancy term for factors that determine pay. Next is compensation. And so this is pay. And what you need to know for this is it includes both base and variable pay. So base pay is fixed and is what you know you're going to be getting no matter what, basically how you do on the job. Obviously, if you do something crazy, you're not going to get paid. But like, for example, maybe you're doing like sales and you get paid like maybe minimum wage even. And then you get variable pay if you do an extra good job and you get a lot of sales. So compensation for this example or for this chapter includes base and variable pay. Next is expectancy theory. And so this is a theory that says people will be more motivated if they connect these dots. Okay, 3 parts. It's effort leads to performance, and then performance leads to something you want, and then seeing that connection leads to motivation. So it's kind of like a circle. So let's give an example. Let's say your effort, and it doesn't even have to be a reward that is from the employers. It could be like working at a restaurant. If you see like your effort makes you perform better, so performance will lead to good tips, that's going to motivate you. So that's expectancy theory. So you're going to expect rewards, so you're going to be more motivated. Next is external equity, and so this is the extent to which pay for a job is fair. And this relates to other jobs around you. So that's why it's external, like an extrovert is like outside, outer focused. This is jobs outside of your company. So is it fair? Let's just say, I don't know, you work at Denny's. Are you getting paid compared to IHOP and maybe Waffle House, a competitive pay? There are 2 others that go with types of equity. So there's external, then there's internal equity, and that is the fairness of your pay regarding other positions in your company that aren't similar than yours, but you wouldn't want, like, if you're a host and a waitress, another IHOP, Denny's example, if the host is getting paid like $20 an hour and then the waitress is working off tips, maybe that just seems like it would not be internal equity. There might be like a little deviance in pay, but a gap that big would not be fair. Next is individual equity, and so this is the extent to which pay is fair within an organization with employees with the same job. So if the waitresses are all getting paid the same, or if some are getting paid more, you know, there is complexity to this issue, because like if people at a job are in the same position but one's been working there for a long time, you might compensate them for loyalty, but this is a general fairness of jobs within the same position. Next is Fair Labor Standards Act, and so this regulates overtime pay, minimum wage, hours worked, just oversees it to make sure that everybody's getting paid fairly. So they might look at these types of equities. Next is pay compression. And so this is when new hires make the same or more as employees that have been working there for years, or it could also be when you have a worker at a lower level, then they have a manager. If the worker at the lower level is being paid more than the manager, this is pay compression. Kind of controversial. Lots of people have opinions about whether it's fair or not. No comment from me. It's complex, but that's just what it is. Pay structure, the way an organization pays different jobs, skills, or competencies. So this is just another simple one that's saying we're gonna pay based on what you can offer. Next is pay for performance. And so this ties into pay structure, and you're paying people based on behavior or results. So going back to that sales example, pay for performance, you might get raises if you sell a certain amount of cars each year or something like that. Relational returns. So this is non-monetary incentives to perform. So this is when you are paid, not with money, but maybe with like development opportunities, or you're paid with your new skills that you've learned, or like connections, stuff like that. So internships often offer a lot of relational returns, and you might think like, oh, I just want the money, but they're valuable too. So I liked how they included that. Reward system. This produces policies to determine how employees are rewarded. So just exactly how the title sounds, to say like, okay, money is pretty easy because you have a number and it's quantitative, but if you're gonna pay people rewards or like opportunities, who gets to go on this trip or something like that, you need a system in place. Next is pay compensation. So this is pay and benefits. So this includes our fixed pay, our variable pay, and then stuff that is not monetary rewards. That is, oh gosh, we just went over this term, a relational reward. So this is those three things. Our final term is traditional pay programs. So this pays employees based on the job title or description that they have, or like the level. So it's more hierarchical, but basically just says like, okay, the CEO should probably get paid more than the team managers and stuff like that. So yeah, that's chapter 10. Oh no, that's chapter 11, sorry. Chapter 11, we'll go to chapter 12 in a minute.